Minnesota Vikings general manager Kwesi adofo-mensah is looking to rebuild a bully on the defensive side of the ball, and it starts with the linebacker core, where our guy Eric Kendricks, loved him forever, 2015 second-round pick, was one of the best off-ball linebackers in the game. Didn't have it last year. And same thing with veteran free agent Jordan Hicks. I mean, he was fine at times, other times not so much. So off-ball linebacker and Brian Flores' new defense is where the Vikings need to start the reconstruction. And enter one Tremaine Edmunds. Yes, played out his fifth-year option with the Bills. Looks like he's going to hit free agency, and the Vikings need to secure him to spearhead the middle of the defense, be that captain, be that leader, and everything like that. So let's talk about Tremaine Edmunds today. Background, 24 years young. He was drafted when he was 19. He was the second youngest player ever drafted, which is amazing. 6'5", 250. Former three-star recruit coming out of Ringgold, Virginia. Stayed in state, signed up with Virginia Tech, was a teammate with Christian Darrisaw back in the day. Go Hokies. Right. Was first team All-ACC in 2017 before declaring for the draft. Tested very well, 9.74 RAS. Since it's combine week, it's important. Amazing size, amazing speed, ran a 4.5, 440. Great agility as well. So, I mean, he's good to go. And he was the number 16 overall pick in the 2018 draft right before. And he's been the Bills' starting off-ball linebacker ever since. He and Matt Milano have formed a really nice duo for the Bills. And in 5 seasons, he's racked up 206 tackles, 6.5 sacks, 5 interceptions, 36.5 tackles for loss. Made the Pro Bowl 2019 and 2020. And last year, he posted his best PFF season with an 81.9 grade, a 90 in coverage, which is great because that's where the Vikings linebackers struggled last year. And also when he was with the Bills, former teammates with Harrison Phillips, who's now the Vikings defensive tackle, came over last offseason. Also, new defense coordinator Brian Flores would face Edmunds twice a year when he was with the Patriots as well as with the Miami Dolphins. And yes, never rule out, hey, this guy played well against us scouting. You know, we say it over and over and over again. And even though Edmunds got hurt in the middle of the Vikings game, he played one of his best games against the Vikings in the first half, week 10. 93.7 PFF grade was really getting it done, so don't sleep on that. And his scouting report from before the 2018 draft, I mean, it still rings true. So Zerline, NFL comp Brian Urlacher. Overview. Edmunds combines elite size, speed, and explosiveness into a productive, versatile linebacker package that will have evaluators salivating. Edmunds has posted high-impact production over the last 2 seasons, and he still has room to get bigger and better. He will make mental mistakes, and his instincts are subpar, but he has an ability to mitigate those issues with his athletic ability. Edmunds can play in any alignment at any linebacker spot and has all-pro potential no matter where he lands. And that's exactly what the Vikings would get in Tremaine Edmunds. Now, instincts have certainly gotten better. He is one of the best off-ball linebackers in the game. He will rack up and stack up tackles. I think his pass rush prowess is underrated. And like the scouting report said, you can line him up anywhere. He is scheme agnostic, so he would fit in perfectly with what Flores wants to do in the front 7 in terms of mixing things up. Contract-wise, he is going to get paid. So he's estimated at $11 million per season, which is what his teammate Matt Milano got last offseason on his extension. But overall, I mean, it's very doable. And of course, Kwesi and our guy Rob Brzezinski working the numbers, it makes a ton of sense. Plus, the Vikings, like we said, can free up $14.5 million in cap space like that if they part ways with Kendricks and Hicks as they revamp that linebacker core. And I mean, if you add Edmunds, who's 24, and you got Asamoah, who's 22, you have 2 great off-ball linebackers that have speed and just absolutely bring the heat, are heat-seeking missiles, can rush the passer, can get after in coverage, can do a lot of things. So you would have probably the 2 most athletic off-ball linebacker duo in the league with Tremaine Edmunds and Brian Asamoah. So I'm pretty damn hyped about it. I am really pumped about it. Darren Doogie-Wolfson has already linked the Vikings in terms of like free agency rumors and stuff. So I think it's something that would make a lot of sense, and it would be an absolute grand slam signing in free agency, and it would take off-ball linebacker off the draft needs list heading into the draft in April. So bring Tremaine Edmunds to the Vikings. That's right, man. But your thoughts are thoughts of Vikings need to sign off-ball linebacker Tremaine Edmunds. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for the daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.